Hello, welcome to Once Driven, Forever Smitten. You may remember at the start of the year we went on a road trip to England and bought this Astra CDX estate. I don't really know why I did, I just liked the seats in it. Plans for it, ultimately, I'm going to paint it yellow, put an Ecotech engine in it and retain all the aircon. You can standard aircon this CDX, do a whole load of other stuff to it, but that's off in the future. Right now, I'm just going to go and do a couple of jobs on it and put it on the road because it's actually MOT'd until nearly the end of the year. And it would be useful if it was mobile and we could use it for some stuff so that some other cars can come in and get stuff done. Now, we've looked at it before, it's pretty solid underneath. It doesn't need any welding, it's got new wishbones on it. It's got quite a big oil leak, but we don't care about that, I'm not fixing that. Aircon's not working, but if you look there, the aircon compressor wiring is broken, so we'll join that together again, see what happens. I'm not sure how prone stuff like the condensers are on these for failing. It's probably not had aircon gas in it for years going by the state of the inside of it. You can see the accumulator through the bumper there, maybe it's quite rusty. It's getting rotted out though, yeah. We'll just have to see what's what. Let's see there, I've just stuck a bit of heat shrink over the top. Twisted the wires together for now. I don't think I'd even get solder on there, but I'll be improving the connections on that when the 2 litre goes in. Right, heat gun. Heat shrink on the aircon compressor wiring plug. So we'll just give this a heat and then we'll get some tape round it. Right, you can see here, we've got the connection repaired, and I'm going to pop that into the compressor, and we shall see just shortly if the aircon's going to work. What I'm also going to do is check, well, remove those two horrible clips, and you see that up there, off the heater matrix pipes, because one of the problems I had was it had no heat at all, and then we mucked about with it and managed to get a bit of heat coming through, so I suspect that the heater matrix is full of crud and it could be doing my clean out. So if I can get those spring clips off of there, pop those pipes off, then we can get a hose onto there and blast it all out. Not right now though, that's something for tomorrow when I bring the hose down. What you find on like a lot of cars, ones that have been subjected to the Scottish elements, is these spring clips are difficult to remove because they're so rusted and seized solid. But this car, even though it's not in particularly clean condition to look at, we'll see if I can get this. I'll get you a HUD that there, so it's got that on the screen now. I think that the spring clip is. Oh, that's come loose alright. Because you will find with these that they get welded onto the matrix pipes and you've literally got to slit the hose and get replacements. Now, the other difficult thing is that some people would put them up to this side. Let me get my bloody... Oh, I can get my hand up that side as well. Not bad access actually. Come on, get the jaws on that. Up onto the top. I'll just get you to turn a bit initially. There we go. Right, that's it turned. Just dripped on me. Something, oil probably. That could be in. Name your fluid. It's like dripping out this thing. Oh, that's not good enough. Grip. Come on. Oh, jot the arms of the pliers are just easy. Oh, we're over. They're going to slide right off of there. No way. Haha. Right, I have to go and get someone to catch this because they're gonna come. They're going to come right off. Hey! I've cleaned out one of the spillage containers and I'm going to try and get as much of this recovered as I can without spilling it all over the floor. Famous last. There we go. Fucking right. Right, for the moment, I've just gone and stuck a set of old random Vauxhall Jubilee clips on there, but I know that they'll pop off no problem, so we can attach hose onto there to backflush the matrix and clean it all out in the next day or so. And we've had a look about underneath elsewhere. Our aircon connections, there's no other broken ones there as far as I could see, so I'll go ahead and drop this down and probably start putting the interior back into that stripped out. Okay, I've got a flashing light in the dash for the gearbox, but I've got things disconnected down here, so that might have something to do with it, I don't know. That's not taking first gear like. That's first. Right. So you may well remember or not, we had the interior stripped out of this because we're trying to investigate the heater matrix. There's the pipes there and we managed to identify that. It seems to have been leaking at some point. In fact, there's some water there. There is some leak there, but that was probably from when I've just drained it out. It's maybe run back down the pipes. I think what we're going to do at the moment is not completely fill in all this side of the car and leave this out so we can keep an eye on it, but I'll put the glove box back in. I don't think the heater and ventilation controls are working. Is that?
You can hear it changing.
Is that changing? Aye. Yeah.
Oh, aye. Changing.
Right, that's okay. Right, the heater's working. I think we've maybe solved that.
It's warm like it is.
I think it was maybe that one that wasn't moving. Aye, that was the one that's duff. That one. I've definitely got that because I stripped that Astra Merit. Okay. I suspected that there was a bit of water coming out the matrix there, but I have been just taking the pipes off the front of it, so the water might have run back down. I've got the clips back on. Now that pipe there is cold, whereas that one is red hot. Perhaps we have some air in the matrix, or we've got an airlock. I shall let the air circulate, but at the moment, do we have any heat? Obviously not. No. We've gone outside and well, hose is starting to heat up a bit now. The radiator's just getting a little bit of heating in now. Discovered the fan's loose. I've got a clip and a bolt for that. I have to sort that. But yeah, it'd be nice if I can get the heat to come through it again. Right, for now, I'm going to go and put the centre console back in.
Right up.
Oh yeah, we have heat. Hey! Right, centre console. You can just get these back in here and out. What y'all snagging on here? A million and one different bits. There we go. The centre console slides onto. I think we've got them there, have we? Yeah, close enough, and then it just should be able to find a couple of holes at the side there for those bolts at the front to get them in, and then of course got heated seat switches down in the middle. A rare and unusual thing for a Mark III Astra. A couple of bolts in at the back there. I was going to check, it's been tapping away quite a bit there, and obviously it's an old engine. You know, how much oil have we got in it? So it's hard to see in these bloody dipsticks. It looks to me like it's got loads of oil in it going by that. I preferred the old metal dipstick because you could just clearly see the height that it's come up. And these plastic ones, that's got loads of oil in it, isn't it? That's it there. There it is, right up the top there. Ah, it's got loads of oil in it. Now of course this thing next to it, being an automatic, that's for the transmission. And there's a procedure to check that. And that's got loads of oil in it as well. I can tell. Right, that's okay. We've got coolant in it as well. Right, oil. Okay, I'm going to give it a quick check. To make sure that I've got the steering wheel on straight. Because I'd got no recollection if I did. Oh, that's everything in the boot equalising itself. What do I reckon? Ah, that's got to be about straight as I'm going to get it, I think, at this moment in time. I had a badge for the centre as well. Oh, that is a random box somewhere. Now, attempting to, yeah, I'm now tightening the airbag onto the steering wheel using a little T27 Torx bits at the back. If I can get them. That's it lined up anyway. You can see I've now got the Corsa B 3-spoke airbag wheel bolted in, which is much nicer than the standard airbag one. U-Pullet has got the SRI Vectra version of one of these for me, which I need to go and get at some point soon, lest somebody else remove it. But as you can see there, we've got a flashing light for the gearbox and we've got the airbag light on, so it's time for Tech 2. This is literally the oldest car that this setup can possibly work on, I think. So we've got to plug it into the cigarette lighter to begin with, which I assume has power. Does it have power? I plugged it in. I have to check. Now for the Tech 2 to work, it needs to be plugged into the cigarette lighter, which isn't working. Checked it and it's fuse 20, which is also the heated seats, which is this one. What have we got? Oh, it's blowing, okay. Okay, that's better. Now we've got the cigarette lighter working again. Let's fire up the Tech 2. There we go. Ah, you can't see this, it's too bright. It being dark. Enter, okay. Diagnostics. Enter year of manufacturer 1997. Astra F. Body to begin with. We'll see if we can get this airbag light to go out. Turn on ignition. Confirm. Waiting for data. It might not like this airbag because I've cut the wires and put it, joined up the new one. Diagnostic trouble codes. Not present, not present, not present. Oh good, it's got 3 codes, but none of them are present, which means that if I clear this, it should put the airbag light out. Confirm. Brilliant. Okay, so we've now converted it over to the Corsa airbag successfully. Now the second problem that we have is we've got some sort of fault with the automatic gearbox. Select one of the transmissions. I don't know. Most have to have a guess. There's 2 options there to pick. Now, waiting for data. Okay. Diagnostic trouble codes. Again, selector switch wrong signal. Yeah. Selector switch wrong signal, and that's present. What happens if we clear that? Selector switch wrong signal. Okay, must mean that we've got yeah, there's something going on with the selector switch. Okay, we'll have to look. Aside from the selector switch wrong position, just going to go and check the engine codes as well, because it kept putting the engine management light on when I was driving it. Diagnostic trouble codes. No diagnostic trouble codes stored in the engine. That's alright. It must have some stored in there though. Nah. Okay, interesting. I would have thought that there was. It definitely puts engine management light on when you drive it. But hey, okay, we'll have to find the selector switch and stuff, but that's enough for the moment. I'm going to switch this off and move on to the next thing. Right, so we've chucked the interior back together on this, checked a few things over. It's MOT till the end of the year, so might as well make a bit of use of it. Omega is going into the garage. We're going to sort the scraped bit in the wheel arch. It's got a bit of rust coming through on it. We're going to lana guard it. Sitting not too bad at the back considering how heavily loaded it is, which is a good thing for an estate. Right, up the road we go. Now have heat coming through, whereas before there was nothing. It's totally steaming the windows up, can't see. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the heaters at all. It just makes it even more strange as to why I had no heat whatsoever coming up from England in winter. Quite impressed that the electric mirrors actually work as well. Come on, defrost your car. Get everything blasting up the screen as best I can. Are horrible. Down into second. We'll go up through Whitburn for a change, why not? This is horrible. Come on, let's get this to go. Yay. Now with that light flashing on the dash, it doesn't want to change gear itself. So I'll just do it manually. That's us up into third. To be honest, it's a bit better than I remember it. Although my opinion was very much affected by the fact I almost got frostbite. It's roasting now. Nope. Doesn't take much to knock that gear lever, that's it back into third. It's not bad, the ride quality's crap, it fairly crashes into the bumps. Apart from that, I mean, it's not bad. Forgot it's got these amazing leather seats in it. That's me just getting back home now, and I'll be surprised if there isn't some water leaking into this interior, because the windows are pretty damp, unless it's just sort of accumulated dampness, I don't know. It's really quite, hey Bob, it's damp in here. See how wet the windows are. We check this in here. It's almost guaranteed. Ah yes. Yes folks, we have got a leaking heater matrix. You can see it dripping off. Hot. You can see it dripping off the bottom of the box there. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a lot of moisture coming out of that. So what that means is it's a dash out job. But I've actually got the bit for it when I went to the scrappy that time. Oh well, so it needs a heater matrix and the dash has got to come out it. Not the end of the world. I'm happy enough to drive it about up and down to the workshop in the meantime. That concludes this one with the skanky gold Astra. Hopefully next time out we might discover what's up with the aircon and maybe do some prep work on the engine and all the bits that are going to get fitted to it. Catch you next time. So here we've got a beautiful X20 XEV 2 litre 16 valve Ecotec from a Cavalier CDX that were moved to the scrappies back in May. It's got 105,000 miles on it I think, and it was driven into the scrapyard. The car was off the road because of rust, so we're just now going to strip it down because I'm going to put a head gasket on it, new timing belt and all that kind of stuff. What's all this? You wanting in on the car action as well? Eh? What? Which? I see. Well, I'm busy. I need to pump a tyre up and go and do things. I'll see you in a bit.